person wasn't as bad as I thought they were. I kind of made them out to be a worse person than they actually are, right? So it's kind of like this. You're in an abusive relationship with the person, and you're at a certain place now where you need to be moving forward, or you need to be moving on and leaving that person alone. But in some way, you kind of push to the side everything they've ever done to you, and you go back in your memory and pull to the forefront things that really don't matter. Like, well, he was really sweet. He would text me every day. Or, he did send me a lot of flowers to my job. You come up with this fantasy, and you put that person in a box that they don't belong in, all right? And the next one is racial or gender association persona, kind of like that attitude of, hey, we're women, so we can stick together, or hey, we're all Native American or African American, we need to stick together. That kind of edge, that can be tricky and deceptive as well, because what happens is that the individual uses their gender association or their cultural association to win you over, because they know, again, that familiarity and proximity matters, okay? And the next one is the Christian. And unfortunately, there are people who cloak themselves with Christianity in order to deceive, right? Again, it's that title holder. And what they like to do is say, okay, here's all the characteristics on the list. Here's all the characteristics that I am. So instead of me trying to fulfill each role, I'm just going to give myself a title of Christian, and then everybody knows what that means, right? Everybody knows that I have to check this box and that and that and that. And that's how they get over on you. Unfortunately, there are some Christians who are very cruel. They consider themselves Christian, but they are not. They use the title to get over on you, and then once they get over on you, they abuse you. I'm going to post a video that I did recently about traumatic religious cults, and I talk a lot about that in that video, okay? Now, there's another thing, and this is the final red flag, okay? And it's called the history, okay, I'll put it this way. It's called history power, okay? And this kind of individual typically utilizes their history to influence you. Well, I used to be a politician, so I must be a good person. Or I used to be a really devoted dad, even though I'm divorced and none of my family speaks to me, but I used to be a devout and a devoted father. Right? Or you get a person who's abused and they're traumatized, and all they can think of are all the good things that individual did in the past. They don't recognize or care to recognize that right now I have a black eye because I was beat really bad last night. They go back in their history and say, well, he used to be a devoted husband, so I'll have to forgive this black eye he gave me and this tooth that he punched out because he used to be a certain way. These are all dangerous relational characteristics that sociopaths, psychopaths, and narcissists know how to manipulate. And they do it in a strategic way because they understand, not because they're intelligent, but because they're evil. They understand how to get over on people, and they use all 8 of these things to get over on you. Thank you so much for being with me today, guys. In this video, I encourage you to give it a thumbs up if it was helpful to you, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stick around with us. I encourage you to post your questions and comments in the comment section below. There's a really good book by Wendy Patrick. I'm going to post that in the comment section for you, so stay tuned for other videos that we're going to be talking where we're going to be talking a little bit further about these toxic people who can in turn traumatize you just by being connected to you. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Have a good week. Bye-bye.